Welcome back to Trifecta Airsoft Podcast. I'm your host, E-Rock. This episode is sponsored by Skirmish, Airsoft Connected. It's also sponsored by Hefe's Airsoft Solutions, a company that puts the airsoft community first. Thank you everyone for being here. Let's get into the podcast. So you're in Florida. You're on the DTP team, right?
Yes, sir.
Disturbing the Peace with Frosty and Voodoo and Huddy. Well, Huddy's not actually part of the team. You guys, I think you guys know him. Hudson and
yeah, we know Hudson.
Who skates?
Yes.
So
yeah,
I've talked to
with them.
Dude, so many people on your team already. I've talked to.
It's
cool.
I just got off the phone with Voodoo and the guys, and I was saying, "Oh yeah, I gotta get on the podcast." And he goes, "You're on it too?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then everyone's like, "Dude, there's like 8 of us now on it." So
I know
that's awesome. They said we're taking your podcast. So
for real, yeah, all in like the last month and a half or something too.
Wow. I didn't realize that. I watched the Skates podcast because he posted it on everywhere and then messaged me directly about it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I watched that and I was like, I should do this too. Why not?
Yeah, dude.
Add some more people to DTP. Why not?
Yeah, man. I think it's cool. I love when people reach out to me and to ask to be on or whatever. So yeah, especially when you guys are on the same team and you find you find out about this from your teammates. I think it's cool.
Yeah, definitely. It really is.
Dude. So I was going through your Instagram when you hit me up, and it looks like you're a football player.
Yes, I am.
So yeah, man. You have a video on there where you're doing a deadlift. It's like 370 pounds, I think.
I have 2 videos. I have one with me doing 375, and I have another one of me doing 405.
Damn.
And I'm 16.
Yeah.
So thank you.
That's no joke.
Thank you. I like working out. That's something that has been engraved in my head from my dad.
Yeah.
And my dad was a special forces, and he was a bodybuilder. So he just wanted me to get as big as I possibly could. And now that I'm living with my mom, it's a lot different because now I'm the one in like charge of my workout, and I'm now having to also like shape my brothers because they're trying to get into it as well.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a lot different.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's super fun.
I'll bet, man. Yeah, that's how I was when I was your age. My parents weren't well, back then nobody was really big into like working out. At least nobody really thought of it. Like people didn't have home gyms and gyms to go work out at. It was like there were, but they weren't as popular. And this is back in the 70s. So there was like, if you bought a weight set at home, it was the plastic, the round plastic weights that had they were filled with sand. Okay,
right.
That's what you
bought.
I
heard about them.
Yeah,
my dad still has one like sand weight. He used to have a set. I literally remember this. He had a set, and he just has this now 45-pound weight that just is like on our garage door or garage wall. That's just staying there because like one drop and it's gonna like break at that point because that one has like been through heaven and hell twice. I mean, it's like fucked up completely. So it's just really cool though to see like seeing the sand and the plastic to now like metal to now also rubber. So it's really cool to like see the evolvement of weight.
Right. Yeah. When I first started, I started doing push-ups in my bedroom, and neither of my parents were into exercise. Like it wasn't like a thing around our house. Most people, unless you were, all of us kids growing up were into sports, but our parents never said, hey, you need to exercise. You need to make sure, like that wasn't even talked about. So if some kids did it outside of the sports, and I was one of those. And I just had a lot of when I was a young teenager, man. Had a lot of teenage angst, right? I was the middle child between two sisters, and I was like, I had some anger, you know. I was real quiet in school, but on the sports fields, man, like football, I was a middle linebacker in football. Loved defense, and I loved to hit people. But
Don't we all?
yeah, and then baseball, man, I batted number four because I was kind of big for my age. I grew up kind of quick, fast. But yeah, I would do push-ups in my bedroom, and then I didn't have any weights. My parents were kind of poor, and so when I'm like 12, I took my school duffel bag and packed it full of books. So my parents had this set of encyclopedias,
Mhm.
and they're real big, heavy fucking books,
Yeah,
right?
the ones that like now are like decrusting and dying. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I
I
know
packed
them.
them full of that, and that's how I would do curls. That was my weights for curls and overhead stuff.
That's smart. That's really
And then
smart.
in football, when I was young in football, I started football when I was fourth grade, and back then they didn't, at that age, we didn't work out in a gym. We just
Right.
ran the field, did push up, calisthenics,
Yeah.
and but it wasn't until I was like older, close to high school age, when we started hitting the gym. And then of course I was in wrestling, and that was a lot of running and endurance stuff. And wrestling did a lot of I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but they used to have these old wooden pegboards on the gym
On the
wall.
walls, the
Yeah,
wall, and you climb them.
you climb them. Yep,
Yes, I know them.
we used to do that
Um,
a lot.
my, I mean, I've been doing sports forever. I mean,
Yeah,
ever since I was young. Um, I've been doing football since I was probably like 5,
nice.
and baseball as well. And as I was growing up with a lot of football, it was just a lot of like push-ups, running, weights, etc. And my dad, one day, I remember this in Seattle, we go upstairs, and we say good morning to everybody. We say good morning to our dad, and he goes, "Okay, cool, 40 push-ups, let's go." And from then on, every single day since we were younger, he would make us do 40 push-ups every morning. And like we're like laughing and like not wanting to do it, but it's just really funny to see like your brother like struggle
Yeah,
when you're struggling for some reason. And it honestly molded all three of us to some point, because football, I mean, like you said, you're a middle linebacker, I'm a middle linebacker, I'm also
nice.
a tight end,
Yep,
some
that's how
slot
I was too.
receivers.
Hmm.
And like hitting people from that young of an age like opened doors, because I used that on my brothers. It was fantastic. It's been great, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Um, I didn't really get into wrestling though. I mean, I really haven't. I've heard from everybody who's done it, every adult, every teenager, etc., saying do wrestling, do wrestling, do wrestling, do wrestling. For me, like, don't get me wrong, I could wrestle. I like it. I've done it before. I do. I just don't want to do it with a team.
Yeah,
I'm really weird. I just don't want to do it with a team. I'll do martial arts. I've done martial arts.
yeah.
Like I've done jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. Uh,
Oh, you're good then.
yeah, I've done pretty much all of them with my dad. I mean, my dad is book smart. He's super intelligent with like streets, military, fighting. So
Right.
any question that I have about like, oh, I want to do this so I can get stronger in these ways, it's just instant. Like in our house, when I lived with my dad, there's a wrestling mat in our living room for a rug.
Oh,
So
nice.
if we ever just wanted to like for jokes wrestle, or if we wanted to actually, it was just instant. We just started rolling on the floor to actually like single legs and trying to actually get each other like locked in for a pin.
Right.
And I have a 1-year-old brother with my dad, and he
Okay.
would like waddle in, and he would like try to like get on us as we're doing it. So we're like gently looking over our shoulder while trying to kill each other. So it's fantastic. And like for me, I think everybody should do a physical sport, and like
Yeah,
baseball as well. It works a lot. My little brother's the big baseball kid in the family,
gotcha.
and it's honestly great. It's great. Sports, football, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good for you, man. Growing up that way. Yeah, that's good for your dad. Teaching
Thank
you
you.
that. I did same thing with my kids. You know, my three boys. Well, even our two girls. We would teach them. You know, of course, they were all into sports when they were young, and then when the girls got a little older, they got into dance, so ballet, and then this like the I don't know what you call it, so jazz or hip hop dance and stuff like that, more
Yeah.
active kind of dance. And then, but all three boys were into football. They all played baseball. When they were real little, they played soccer. And then two of them wrestled for 2 years. And but yeah, and then two of my older boys, they grew up fast as hell. When they were 16, they were 6 foot and 270 pounds.
Damn.
So they were both
Damn.
offensive linemen. Yeah.
How did
And
they make you?
they were squatting like fucking 450 pounds and shit.
Wow.
But yeah, it's crazy. Now they're in their mid to late 20s and fat as shit, you know, because they stopped working out after high school.
That's great. That's honestly great.
They're like, we were linemen. I'm like, yeah, I know.
You were. You were.
Mhm.
I mean,
Nah, they're good, man. It's yeah, it is. It's fun. You know, I had a lot of fun going. I gave them a choice. The last couple years, if they wanted to be in football or not. You know, and I really strongly encouraged them. I didn't force them when they were younger.
yeah,
I strongly encourage them. Like, hey, you want to play football? Well, okay, good. We're gonna go sign up.
perfect, perfect. I just needed that. Well, hey, Ty, I already got your physical. Here you go. Take
Oh
the role.
yeah, that's it. The two of the ones, two of them that wrestled, I didn't give them a choice. I wanted them to learn how to grapple, and
Um,
yeah, so I was teaching them a little bit of boxing and stuff, you know, fighting techniques when they were younger, as they, you know, and then once they got when they had a growth spurt when they were like 14, 15, because we had UFC gloves, right? And those things are fucking hard. Okay,
they
they're not
are.
like
They
boxing
are.
gloves.
They're not.
So
They're not at
I'm
all.
it's better than getting hit with bare knuckles, but they're
Yeah,
still pretty fucking hard. So when they had growth spurts and they're, you know, and I was in my 40s and they're like 15 and we're boxing in the backyard and we would go full on like
perfect.
like full on punches. And I wouldn't to them when they were younger, obviously, but
Right.
as they got older, we did, and when they started being able to like hit me more than I'm hitting them, and my face is swelled up, I'm like, oh hell no, okay, y'all are good,
No,
I'm done.
that's awesome. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
doing that with like your kids and like sparring with them and fighting with them is always like really good. It teaches them, you know, how to be strong and get their skin
yeah,
tougher and to like make sure so like if that actually happens in a live scenario, they're not going to get like pummeled to the ground. They can take it.
yeah.
With my dad, I mean, we did the same thing. We went in the garage and because he liked to like kill us, both of us when we were in there, you know, dying of the sauna heat that was building
Oh
up in
right.
Florida, and we would just go. And I mean, I love my dad, and he can take a lot. And you know, I'm like throwing full punches, and he's going, you know, half, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm like feeling it. Um, yeah, no, there's not going to be a time anytime soon where I can beat my dad in a fight at all. This man is crazy. I love this man though, but when I say like let's spar, let's do this, I don't know what comes into him, but it's like okay, I'm going to bitch you
Yeah,
to the ground. Like there is nothing that I can do from now until I'm like in my 30s. You know, I gotta wait until you know life shrivels him up a little bit more, just a little bit. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to get my get back. I'm just waiting to. I need life to just shrivel him up a little bit more, pepper him
Oh
up,
yeah, that's
give him
funny,
another
man.
busted knee or something.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, I remember
Oh
one
yeah,
year. It was a few years ago. My boys were, I think, 18 or 19, and one of my boys, and we had a big party over here. You know, cookout, and a bunch of people came over, and we are drinking and stuff, and so him and I getting this, like just playing around. He wanted to wrestle. Same thing like what you're talking. You know, like he wanted to
yeah.
kind of get at me and stuff. And I'm standing there laughing at him, like holding a beer, just kind of pushing him away. He kept trying to get in there and do a rest, you know, try to take me down. And I just kept laughing and pushing him away. And then he spilled my beer, and I was like, "Oh, listen, bro. All right, you're being serious
Oh
now?
no.
Come on, okay." So we wrestled, uh, and this is one of the ones that was in wrestling for 2 years. And he was strong as fuck, bro. And I mean, we were at a stalemate. Like we kept, it got rid of my buzz. He took my buzz away, okay, which pissed me off. So, so but yeah, it was fun. It's always fun to do that.
Oh yeah,
You know, and with your dad.
definitely.
Hell yeah, dude. So you grew up in Florida?
No, actually, I grew up in California and Seattle. My
Yeah.
parents were separated, and I lived. I mean, something like California. You know, we have Disneyland and etc. But it's a lot different here than it was in California. Definitely.
Right.
The heat, instead of dry, it's humid. But I moved with my dad when I was 12, I think,
Yeah.
and he was in the military, so we would just like bounce from place to place, from Seattle to Virginia, and we landed in North Carolina.
Hmm.
And when we were in North Carolina, we we stayed there for like 3 4 years, and like the heat was crazy. So I know this heat, but not really.
Yeah.
And then when I found out my brothers and my mom were coming to move here, I decided to go live with my mom and my brothers. Because my older brother's graduating this year,
Yeah.
and I wanted to like be the bigger brother for my little brother, so he can like get better and learn, and get tougher skin, and so I can like punk him around still before I leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a lot different
Okay.
from Tampa to like California and North Carolina, definitely.
Right.
But I love it here, man. I mean, I really do.
Yeah, I have
My
a cousin that lives in Ocala, Florida.
Okay.
I think it's in the middle of the state. And
Oh,
I've been to Florida a few times. Love it there. And then I spent some time in California. You know, I was stationed out there in the military, and in Southern Cal. And then that was a long time ago. So the politics weren't weird like they are now out there.
right.
California used to be nice, nice place to live.
Oh yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
all my buddies out there that were not in the military, they all had guns, they all had jeeps, they all had bikes and dirt bikes and shit. We used to go out in the desert and shoot and drink and whatever, like drive, dirt bikes in the sand. There's a lot of freedoms that they don't have now, and so it was way different. This is back in
Yeah.
the early '90s.
I mean,
Hell
give
yeah.
me that. I mean, if I go to California now, I'm gonna get like stopped by the gay person across the street and the crackhead trying to ask me for a sandwich. Like, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot different. It's definitely a
Yeah,
lot different.
yeah, it's way different. It's yeah, these the one of the podcasts I just did. One of the girls that's out there, I've had on the podcast a couple times. She was just talking about that. Her and her fiance are talking about moving back to Texas because I guess they're originally from there, and they're up by San Francisco right now, and
Okay.
they like real steel. They like practicing, shooting with real steel and stuff, and it's just too hard to do that stuff out where they're at. So they're wanting to move out of there and
I mean, go to Chicago. There's going to see real steel everywhere. I mean, at that point. You
I
want to
know,
let off
right?
some steam to shoot there. Then we're like, oh, okay. Just, every day in the neighborhood. But
Yeah, I'm in
that's
South
cool.
Carolina, and we have, everyone has guns down here.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
hell
I
yeah.
mean, I love the Carolinas. I mean, when I went down to South Carolina to like visit some old friends and to go to Myrtle Beach, I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. My my dad's friend, apparently my uncle, he lives in more of the countryer side of South Carolina. I forget where, but like
Okay.
his arsenal was insane. I mean, like every redneck that you would think of, the shotguns, more shotgun. Like
Oh yeah.
it was insane. I mean, like I would love to go back there and like shoot some steel and have fun. I mean, of course, with people's permission, have a drink maybe, but that's it's really cool. I mean, I loved it over there, and I would honestly go back.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
People weren't like scared of
No.
anything, pretty much. It was just
No.
fun. Like, oh, there's a snake. Let's eat $5 whoever eats it. Like it,
That's true.
it's real fun. And in my opinion, I think North and South Carolina are like the 5-year-olds of the rest of the states, and like go out and do the crazy shit,
Yeah.
come back with like a bloody arm and be like, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. That's what
We're
I
good to
mean by
go,
that.
bro.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
Have another beer.
Yeah.
Have another shot. Yeah, you're good.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I love it down here. We've been down here 15 years, and
Oh wow.
yeah, so our kids, most of our kids were raised, most of their lives have been here, and yeah, I loved it. My wife and I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and
Oh wow.
cold, cold and rainy and snowy and stuff. They have some pretty summers, but yeah, we definitely like the weather and the environment down here.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, it's great. Hell yeah, dude.
How, how was that transition? Like from cold,
Oh, it was
wet,
awesome.
snow
It was
to
so
then like,
nice,
thank God I'm down
dude.
here. Like
It was so nice. I've not
that's
regretted
awesome.
it. I've not regretted it since. I have my mom and two sisters still up in Ohio, and we talk. We're close. Like we talk and stuff, and we've gone up there to visit a bunch of times. But they always joke about, "Are you going to move back here?" I'm like, no. Yeah, they know.
No.
No, I have not regretted being here at all. It's been great.
Awesome, man.
Hell yeah, dude. So
Oh
what
yeah.
did you've been playing sports your whole life. How
Yeah.
did you end up into airsoft?
So with airsoft, I would watch like constant videos, like the normal Novrich, Silo, SYG, and when I was younger, I would like always have like a Springer pistol, and I would like play with that.
Right.
And then um, I lost it, and I kind of like lost a lot of motivation to do it. But then I went to North Carolina, and I just fell back in love with it. Started rewatching like SYG, and I watched the CIA tournament. I watched that tournament, and
Yeah.
I got my gun, Lancer Tactical Gen 2. I mean, that thing sucks, but it's great. It was great.
It's a great starter.
And
Yeah, it
it's
was.
a great starter. It's a great
Yeah.
starter. And so it becomes, where is it? And so it becomes your personal. Like it was honestly really, really great. Um, and I played at an outdoor field um, called Black Ops Paintball and Airsoft.
I've heard of it.
And
Hmm.
and every Sunday they would do speed QB. They would do CQB, and I would run around and try my best, and I just fell in love with it more and more and more. And then that place is where I actually got my nickname Ghost. And after we moved from North Carolina, we went to uh, Florida. When I was with my dad in Coral Springs, I instantly like looked up places to play at, and then I found Miami Airsoft, and then from there at CIA
Hmm.
with this team. and I love this team, man. I mean, it's been great.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't leave this team for any other team. Like, just the bond and like how much fun we have. That's all I need.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you meet them? You just saw them at the field one day, or how long have you been a
So
part of their team?
I'm sorry. What was on?
Oh, how long have you been on the team? How long have you been part of the DTP?
Oh, um. So I met DTP through my buddy Kenny. He sent me a screenshot or a link to Frosty's page and like wanting to like tryouts and stuff. And me and him said like, "Hey man, let's just do it. Let's go have fun." And I'm like, "Okay." And I have no doubt in my mind that I'm not making the team at all. I mean, I knew like they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm just going there to have fun, try a little bit." And I tried. Uh, Kenny made, he made the team on that day, and I was like, "Damn, this is fun." And then Frosty said, "I want you on the team to show a little bit more effort."
Mm.
Instantly, I grinded my ass off to get where I am now, and I absolutely love it. I think I've been a part of them for maybe a month,
Okay.
maybe,
Yeah. So they were
maybe a
already a
little less.
team, and then yeah. So okay. So you come in pretty. You're fairly new on the team, but yeah, it doesn't take long, man, to get that tight bond
No,
when you
no, no.
practice together. Like it, you know pretty much right away.
I mean, I was there for the NSL tournament. I played in that.
Nice. Oh, awesome, dude.
And
What'd
that
you
was
think of
that
that?
was real fun. That was fun, but like the rules were insane. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, like I was getting a penalty for like the littlest of thing, and I was like, "Oh wow, okay, we were extremely strict. I gotta like dial myself down." Like when you get into that white box, I mean, I was checking my foot, making sure everything was right because that's what I got a penalty for.
What
And
is it now? Explain that.
so there's a box when you start your 5-man box, and there's like tape. There's white tape, and your barrel has to be inside, and so does your foot. And apparently, my barrel was just a sliver off
Huh.
from inside, and I was trying to like run to Snake Temple,
Right.
and as I'm like running there, they tap me. It's like go. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I ran to the penalty area, and I was out for a game or two, but Um, I stopped myself
Jesus.
from doing that, and then I got us the flag and the score on it, and it was super fun. I mean, it was actually really fun, and we got a first taste of like NSL and speed, and we're honestly really excited for speed and CSL. That's our
Right.
next tournament. I
Okay.
mean, I can't wait personally. I'm ready. I need it. I need something. I feel I feel so energized. I like
Yeah.
just woke up from a nap too, like 5 minutes ago. So
Oh
this has
shit.
been great. Yeah,
Well,
I
I
feel.
talked to the CSL stuff. I talked to Keegan. He's the he runs CSL, and uh, and then when we were talking about that, we did a podcast a few months ago before the season, like during winter. I think it was before Christmas, maybe right after. But anyway, yeah, uh, he's got some really cool rules. Kind of the way it's
Okay.
set up and that kind of thing. But yeah, I've heard. I've talked to a handful of people that were
Okay.
in the CSL tournament and or the NSL tournament, and I heard about some of the confusion. I knew there would be because it's this is the first year they're doing it here
Yeah.
in the States, and a lot of teams aren't like used to the timer and the hey, where's the defense? Now we need the offense, and we're swapping out. We're going to play this team now, and then like your different heats.
Right.
Yeah, it's like it seems like it would be a difficult thing to keep on task. Um,
We we made it kind of easy on us to
yeah,
remember it. Like remember NSL as like flag football.
right.
One team is offense, one team is defense, and we kind of just went off that. So now
Hmm.
we're like trying to get out of that mindset. And for me, I'm kind of just glued in it, but I understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
There's like other ways because like offense and defense still when it comes to speed and CSO.
Mm,
And so you get that flag. Once you get that flag, you're on uh, attacking, and the other
right.
team will be on defense. And then once you
Okay.
guys switch, so it's it's just a lot, but we're getting better at it, and I can't wait for CSO. And I'm like definitely can't wait for speed. I saw the video that they did. Like it's going to be in Orange County in California, which would in LA, which would be really cool to go back to
Hmm.
California. I mean, we don't got In and Out here. I love Florida, but we don't got an In and Out. So I need one of those back. I definitely need
Uh-huh.
one of those back.
Right.
But yeah, I can't wait. And NSL, I mean, it was a great tournament. I thought obviously we could have done a lot better, but I mean, Obey is killing it right now. I mean, I saw they were in Rhode Island. I saw that. I mean, they were doing great. I think they're still in. I could be mistaken. I haven't watched really, but
Yeah.
I mean, they were doing great. I remember that.
Yeah, they're good. I talked to a couple of guys on their team as well on Obey. Had them on here. And they for a newer team, they I guess they really surprised a lot of people.
Yeah,
That's good.
they
Get some
definitely did.
competition, I mean, it's really good to have, well, in sports, anything that is competitive, right? Lifting, right? If you just lift weights by yourself, right, with nobody around and nobody to push you, um, you'll make gains, but it'll be really slow. You
Yeah,
got somebody there that's like a little stronger than you, or you guys are really close and you're both very competitive and you want to up it and you want to up it and you want to up it, you'll grow way faster. I
oh
remember
yeah,
my nephew is in his late 20s. He when he was a teenager, he's about your age, and actually he was a little older than that. I think he was getting ready to graduate high school, and he said he was always into long distance running because that's what his dad did, my brother-in-law, and he did like marathons, half marathons, shit like that. And he was into cross country in high school. So he got towards the end of high school, he got out of that and he wanted to bulk up. He was real skinny, right? And he had that runner's body. And he says, so he started working out and he started making, he bulked up a lot. It was really, it was over a couple year period. Well, then he was working out at a local gym that's kind of like it, it's in a city where all these different, it's kind of like a spa type of gym, where there's older people, a lot of
okay,
older people there, like elderly people. They have a
yeah,
swimming pool. They have, these little classes for the old people that, for swimming and exercises and stuff, water exercises and shit. So
yeah,
the weight room is not like you can work out there, but it's really
yeah,
not intense. You know what I mean? Like they don't have a
yeah.
lot of free weights. I think they had some dumbbells, but everything else was all cables. Okay.
Like so like Planet Fitness.
Yeah, like Planet Fitness, real similar, real similar. And so he called me one time, this is a few years ago, and he was like, "Man, there's this gym that's that I've heard about that is over here in this other neighboring city." And I knew about the gym because I had worked out there when I lived in Ohio. And it's like a hole in the wall, right? It reminded me of our football gym in high school, like just like a dungeon, okay? Just
Yes,
concrete block walls, all
yes,
free weights everywhere, just steel plates and shit everywhere, and racks and benches, okay, real basic shit. And he's like, but I went in there one time to check it out, and everyone in there is like bodybuilders. He goes, man, I don't know, I think it's too much for me. Like if I go there, I don't know if I'm gonna, fit in. And I said, no, that's exactly where you need to be, bro. I
exactly.
said,
That's
he
where
was
you
like,
need to be.
those guys, look kind of intimidating. I was like, bro, they start out where you're at. Like no one
Exactly.
is born that big. Okay.
No one.
They had to work their fucking ass off to get there. So they're going to appreciate what you're doing. So he went there and bro, he went there and he was like, "Holy shit, these guys are awesome. They're nice. They're helpful. They and he grew so fast because he's working out with guys that are pushing fucking 450 pounds on the bench, you know?
Right.
So
Which is,
yeah,
yeah, that's awesome. I mean, when I was in North Carolina, that was my gym, a hole in the wall, all concrete. We had like
yep,
rusted weights, the
right.
metal that like hurts your hands. I mean,
Yes,
that's what
I
that's what
love
he
that
needed.
shit.
I mean, like, because when you're done and you like wipe it on your white T-shirt that you had, it became black, or
Oh
like
yeah,
you had that little aroma and you like wanted to pass out for how strong it was. I mean, yeah, that's definitely something that I recommend everybody doing. Like, I mean, yeah, go to Planet Fitness to start out or something where you can learn and understand, but then go to a free weight gym, Golden Gym, EOS, wherever, and
hmm,
just feel that like intimidation and then do it and
yep,
do it at your own pace. Like my older brother, uh, he's not he hasn't worked out in a while, um, but he has like some strength. And when we went to the gym together, and I'm starting off with like a plate on bench, and we have to take weight off for him, and he was talking to me like, "Yeah, I feel like really intimidating. Like, I want to be where you are." I'm like, "I was at your level. I was at
yeah,
your level. I mean, I don't cut. I can't do that. I like my little chunk. I like the big muscle. I like that feeling."
yeah,
So I'm probably not going to cut where like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I want to be shredded. I want these abs. I want to look like this. Like for me, as long as I can like sit there and like my muscle is like popping out of my shirt, I'm happy. I mean, that's what I want.
right.
I want to be able to like look like a kid and then boom, pull 405 on a deadlift and then like people be like I want people to be confused.
Yeah,
That's always been something for me, and it's always been something with like football and being competitive. So it's honestly great, and props to him. I mean, glad that he got big fast, and
yeah,
that's
dude.
really awesome.
Yeah, and he's still, and that was years ago, and he's still doing it. He's really really good shape. So he recently got into archery and is doing well at that. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, he's yeah, it was cool. It was good to see, but a lot of people like with DTP like getting on their team. A lot of people are intimidated when they go to play airsoft, like Speedsoft, and then they see
Yeah.
these teams that are organized and good. Like it's great to have like you guys, and then a team like Obey Airsoft, what we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
where you guys practice at the same field, guys playing some similar tournaments or the same tournaments, and you get that iron sharpens iron kind of thing because
Oh yeah.
you get a team that is difficult to beat, and it makes you better. You know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. I mean, it was really difficult. I mean, when we would practice with them, we practiced a couple of times with them for NSL. I mean, like they were killing us, like wa- wiping our ass. Like
Really.
it was insane. But like then, just for some reason, like we kicked it on, and like we really started doing what we were doing, and we were like putting competition on them, and we were pushing them back, and we were feeling really good about ourselves. But like, yeah, they're a tough team. They're a tough team.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
good.
mean,
It's good to have that at
oh
your
yeah,
local field. Hmm.
definitely. And kind of going with that for the kids that are just coming out to like play CQB for fun, and then seeing us like or like just speed softers, people with HPA like running around feathering with those crazy speed triggers and the speed fingers and like just going crazy.
Yeah.
Like I know where those kids are like feeling like this is really sketch and crazy. And I mean, everybody starts somewhere. Everybody
Yeah.
has to start somewhere. And then
Right.
I was talking to one of the workers at CIA, and they were like, "Yeah, we were gonna have I want to do like a training night for those kids, and like teach them that speed QB and like speed soft isn't scary. It can be super fun to get them in like a comfortable situation. So when they actually like play against us, they feel comfortable, and instead of like, I'm going to shit myself and die. Like that's all that's going to happen. But then like they would kill us because obviously that happens to just normal CQB.
Yeah.
And like I remember I was playing and this little kid shot me, and his reaction was amazing because I came up after him at the end like, "Hey man, good shot. You're the one who killed me." And he lost his mind because
Mm,
when you're playing against someone that's on a team and you realize the skill level is different, but you beat that person,
right.
it's insane.
Nice.
That feeling is awesome, and I'm so glad that that kid got to do that. I mean, I want every kid to get that feeling.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. Now, the competition stuff. Speaking of that and the NSL thing, the one of the things I like about their tournament is the 1v1
Yeah,
when it
that's
comes down
really
to that.
cool.
Now, were you able to do the were you part of that 1v1? Were you ever part of the 1v1s?
Yes, I was a part of two 1v1s. I lost one and I won one.
Yeah.
So I'm making sure that my phone's charging. Um,
Oh, you're good.
and yeah, I mean, when I was versing Elite, and we just got the flag, so we were able to get the extra point. And as we were versing, me and him, I mean, I was trying to figure out where he was, and he was on 50, and I saw him on one side, and I thought he was going to wrap around the other. And as I'm looking this way, I see him kind of coming out, and I popped him a couple of times, and we had no idea if he shot me, if I shot him, and they went over the footage, and I won that battle. And when we were versing, like I'll even send you a video, but you'll see me completely lost. But when I was talking to him, he goes, "I shot you, dude, like a while ago." And like I look back at the rest, like, am I in trouble? Am I getting a penalty for this? Like, what's going on? And apparently, he didn't shoot me. I won that match, and it was actually really cool. It was really
Mm,
super fast. Like that couple of seconds that you have, like I mean, he ran up to 50. He was laying BBs, and I was trying to find him as best as I can. And when we it came really close, so that was honestly really cool.
yeah. Yeah, those are when I was talking with the first person. I think I was talking to Baby Goat. I don't know if you got to meet him at the event. He plays on the team Tacos. He's one of the main guys on the team Tacos.
Okay.
He is the one that actually helped bring NSL over here through Monk
Oh wow.
Customs. Yeah, so he runs Monk Customs America, and I'm sure you guys have seen him there or seen their team, whatever, the Tacos team, and then
Yeah.
but yeah, Adam, he I was trying to think what oh, I was talking with him about when he was telling me about these rules for NSL. And the 1v1 thing really surprised me. I didn't know that because I had seen some of the NSL stuff before they had the first event over here, and I didn't even know about the 1v1. I thought that was a really cool addition to because that really makes it like the football. You got the extra
Yeah.
point basically is what it is, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay,
Yeah.
now
It
were
was.
you on the 1v1? Were you on defense or offense?
I was on. Uh. Hmm, I think I was on. Yeah, I was on offense. I I believe. Yeah, I was
Isn't
on
it
offense.
the 1v1? Isn't it like the extra point? You have to get the flag down to the other side. Basically,
Yes.
you're trying to
No,
do
I
that.
was on defense. I was on
Okay.
defense,
Yeah.
and I was going against one of the guys from East Coast, and I mean, he was definitely trying to get that extra point as fast as possible. I mean,
Right.
but you got to build a wall at some point, and you got to try your best to locate before you get located. I mean,
Hmm.
when we were doing that, it was definitely like a dogfight because I was as we were going out, I'm like trying to locate him which way he was going to run, and honestly, I thought he was going to go to Snake Tower and try to like lane for a while and then push up. No, he went from home all the way to 50, and he was just going. So
Yeah.
kudos to him. I mean, it was really really close, but it was
That's cool.
super fun.
Hell yeah, dude. Okay. So when you first started airsoft, like as just recently, I guess, in the last, however, before you started DTP, what what gun did you start out with? You said your Lancer Tactical, and then what do you use now
So
on the team?
I
Use a pistol or? This episode is sponsored by Skirmish, the future of airsoft gameplay management. Are you ready to take airsoft to the next level? Skirmish's innovative gameplay management solution tracks your every move, helping you dominate the field and achieve your full potential. Capture objectives, detonate targets, medic, and more at skirmish-enabled fields. We track every action so you don't have to. Review past games action by action and follow your progress in national rankings. Phones are not required to use this system on the field. Get connected with the only system that tracks your airsoft progress. If you want to find out more, check out episode 157, where I talk with the owner of Skirmish about how it started and how it works. Visit skirmish.net to check it out and watch games across the nation. This episode is also sponsored by JefesAirsoftSolutions.com. Are you looking for a company that puts the community first? Look no further than Jefes Airsoft Solutions. Their founding principle is to offer a way for players of all types to get the greatest experience possible. Their passion is to make a difference in the airsoft community and serve each of their customers with the utmost respect. Be part of the conversation by joining hundreds of fellow airsofters in their Discord server. Here you can find out about upcoming events, sales, giveaways, and more. Don't wait any longer. Join today and start enjoying all that Jefes Airsoft Solutions has to offer. Together, we can make a difference in the community. Use the code Trifecta10 and save 10% on your next purchase at JefesAirsoftSolutions.com. Some exclusions apply.
I use an AR.
Okay.
I'm an anchor, and my AR is really small. It's a Lancer Tactical body,
Yeah.
but it has a different upper, lower, and guardrail. I forget what gun we took it off of, but but I have a Gate Titan in my gun, so it's a lot stronger than my Lancer Tactical, like the stock Lancer Tactical.
Right.
Because for the longest time, when I was even trying out for DTP, I used a stocked Bear Lancer Tactical until
Yeah.
it actually blew up. Like it stopped working. It literally stopped working, and I was like freaking out because on that day that happened, I got the like DTP you're in,
Oh,
and then I
shit.
had to run away to like fix my gun. Couldn't get it fixed, so in the tournament, I'm actually using my buddy's SSG1, and like it was a great gun. I mean, that's what I'm going to get for my birthday. That's what I'm definitely going to try to get an SSG1, and that's going
Okay.
to be like my competition gun. I'm getting a Jack soon,
Nice.
so I'm going to like put it in, get the speed trigger, get it HPA'd, and like get that ready. So that'll be like my competition gun, and the gun
Hmm.
here will be my normal CQB. I mean, my gun's name on the team, like they gave my gun the rental. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, but it is a nice gun. It is accurate. It's fast. It shoots hard. I mean, it's light because it's all plastic. I mean, I
That's the
I
one you're
love it.
using right now?
Yeah,
Yeah. Was that the one you grabbed back there?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'll bring it.
Yeah, let's see it.
So this is it.
Okay.
So it has the speed trigger. It has some art. Uh,
Yeah. What do you got? What are they, stickers?
yeah, they're anime stickers. I'm a big fan of anime.
Right.
But it's tits
Yeah.
everywhere, so it's
I mean, that's
fantastic.
most of anime right now.
And like I love this thing. I mean, it's super accurate. It's super small. So when I would play an anchor or if I play medic or
And what's on the
whatever,
end of the barrel?
that's the bottom of my tracer unit actually for my
Oh, okay.
Bifrost. I just keep it attached there, so it's easier for me to put on and take off without having me to like completely take it off and leave
Right.
it here. And if I forget it, because I
Yeah, because the
forget.
Bifrost, what is it? It's just kind of like a clip, or it snaps in,
Yeah,
or
so
it hooks on.
So the Bifrost, like the normal, just basic Bifrost, it
Right.
has like the thread. So when this goes on, you just twist this
Oh,
on,
okay. Okay.
and then it just goes on. And if I can get it actually on, let's see.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then it kind of just sticks in. I can't get it on for some reason, but then it
Yeah.
kind of just sticks in. But it adds only like a centimeter, so it's not
Right.
that big of a deal.
You don't have to,
I'm
yeah,
not.
you don't have to screw it on a lot. Like
Yeah, no. There we
it's
go.
quick. Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah. But then, yeah, then I just run it like this, and I don't have the flash on, so I was able to use it during NSL.
Gotcha.
So because I only have two tracers, I have this one and then a pistol tracer
Yeah.
that I like started off with. I ran it with that when it was long as hell, but I mean it worked. And now when I got this for Christmas actually, and
Okay,
it's
cool.
been great. Definitely like for people that want a tracer, those brighter C's, brighter R's. I mean, they're great tracers.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, dude. So what kind of gear do you run? Do you run really light, or do you wear like a tactical belt?
So yeah, I run really light stuff. I run a belt,
Hmm.
and it has the three mags hold. It's not a speed QB belt. I forget what belt is called, but it's super nice. It clips in really well. It holds all my mags, and it's super lightweight, and it is fantastic. I mean, like yeah, you feel the BBs more, but it is worth it. I mean, that thing is fantastic because I used to
Yeah.
run a chest plate. I ran my dad's military chest plate that I
Oh
gave to
shit.
I let my little brother use, and I
Yeah.
put foam plates in it actually.
Gotcha.
So that was really cool. And I would run it like that, and like I would have the mags here, but it was so puffy that they're like, you know what? Here's this belt. Run this instead.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I've been doing, and it is fantastic. It's breathable. It's lightweight. Like that
Nice.
thing doesn't weigh anything, and I have
Right.
all my patches on it. So it's great. It's great. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Good. Hell yeah. Now, what about shoes? I know I was talking with somebody on. It was either your team or Obey, and I can't remember which one it was. But I asked him about what kind of shoes you wear for playing on the field, and
Yeah, just in a minute. Yeah, please. Thank you. Sorry.
oh, you good, man. So yeah, what kind of shoes do you wear for tournament play, and are they comfortable? Do they work well?
So the shoes that I run actually are wrestling shoes, and
Nice.
they are, yes, definitely comfortable. And I wear them for just normal CQB and tournament because it has so much grip on the bottom that I
Right.
can round corners and I can just pop off, and it's so like it's all foot. So I feel if I get shot in the foot, I feel it.
Right.
I used to ran my Nikes, uh, like these just normal Nike shoes, and now I got like a big rip in it. So that's really cool. But I would run that, and then Voodoo runs wrestling shoes too, and he said, "Dude, do it." And I'm like,
Hmm.
"Okay." So I tried it out, and when I first like did my break off the wall, I did not. I'm not changing my shoes. Like that's the shoes that I recommend to everybody. What
Yeah.
shoes do you guys want to use? Use wrestling shoes. It is the best shoe possible. Like all the grip on it, it's amazing.
Right.
It truly
Yeah.
is.
It's I always loved wrestling shoes. And they really, they're the same as the kind we used to use back then. And I love how grippy they are, and they're thin. So when you tighten them up, like it honestly, it feels like you don't even have shoes on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And because they're thin, and they're not all puffy and like especially like the tongue up the middle, when you crouch and you're bending your foot way, your foot, like no matter what position your foot's in, it bends so smoothly. It doesn't pinch in between. Like it
No,
doesn't, get caught up. It's like crouching. It doesn't
yeah.
matter.
I mean,
They're
it's
really streamlined.
yeah, it's super great. I mean, when I bend down, if I need to go on a knee and I need to take shots, my foot is just bent like so comfortably that it doesn't even
Right.
hurt, and I can stay there for a good while. Because usually, when you stay on like one foot for a while and you're bent
Hmm.
down, it starts to hurt. Like, no, these things just bend so smoothly, and you don't even realize that you're wearing shoes.
Yeah.
Like you said, excuse me. Like it's great. I mean, I love them.
That's a good recommendation for speed soft players out there, especially on hard floors. You
Yeah,
know. Now I think they'll still be really grippy on turf. I've never used them on turf, but
I haven't either.
I
I don't
would
know what
think
they
they
do.
would be because the first NSL tournament over here was at Shot Zone, okay,
Yeah,
Indy, and they have turf on the field. But
right. I saw that. I mean, I heard from the players on our team that went out there.
yeah,
Like they said, it was like super slick. I mean, you slid far, and I don't know if the wrestling shoes really work, but
yeah.
like if I ever went to Shot Zone and we have to play in a tournament, I would hate to break off the wall as I'm going just fly off into Narnia. Like I would hate that.
Into Narnia, yeah, right.
Like I don't I. I've heard good things though about like Shot Zone's turf and everything. I've heard
Right,
good things about it. I would love to go out there and like test out their field.
yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah.
that's
You
just
guys
something I got to
have
add to
what
the bucket list.
concrete floors over at CIA Tampa? Yeah,
Yeah,
polished concrete.
yeah,
Hmm.
super nice. I mean, you hear like the squeaks from your shoe, like
Hmm.
it really grips, and that's just like for everything, for the speed, for CQB area as well. So having those shoes like really makes it amazing. So for the
Well,
people that,
on that
go ahead.
hard surface, do you guys wear pads like knee pads, elbow pads?
Yeah, so for me, I run knee pads. I'm not really doing like a lot of dolphin dive sliding,
Gotcha.
but a lot of the players run. I think everybody actually runs knee pads and arm pads.
Hmm.
I just run the knee pads. I mean, it's great. So like when I need to get there, I can just slide in to wherever I need to be, and I have a lot of room.
Right.
So it's great. It's great. I just bought some new ones because our last practice, my knee pad, the shell completely broke.
Oh shit.
So I'm running one knee pad, like one solid knee pad on my right knee because I switched it, and then I'm running the like memory foam on the other. So it looks like I'm actually just like a wrestler with the one knee, and
Oh yeah.
my teammate put a towel, like this little microfiber towel, underneath the pad, like underneath, so I could lift up my knee, and I put it in there, and it looked so goofy. It was just like this on my pad, and there's like there's a buttload of yellow just sticking out like that much from them. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna take this off. So I take it out and I throw it off, and I'm like running it, and now there's like a burnt hole through it.
Oh
So
shit.
then I was like, yeah, I need to get new knee pads. So practice ended, we left, and then the next day I got new knee pads. So if
Nice.
and CIA's CQB floor, like their normal play, eats up your pants. Like whatever
Mm.
pants you wear, you will get a hole. I got these nice um like combat pants that I wear, and I slid in CQB, and I was just like playing normally, and I looked down and there's a hole. I'm like, dude, are you
Oh my
serious?
god.
And I just got those too. And now I just put a knee pad over it, like you can't even tell. And now
Right.
that's what I run. And it's great.
Well, they have those. I don't know how comfortable they'd be for like what you guys do for speed soft, but they have those combat pants or utilities or whatever that are. They have the knee pads built in, like the Kenny
Yeah.
pants. I think they make black ones too. I'm not sure, but they have the knee pads built in. I'm not sure how durable they are though.
Yeah, uh, I've heard of them. I know Speed QB actually makes those types of pants too,
Gotcha.
and I know a couple of buddies that have those. They said they were great. Um, I'm kind of tedious about it because I don't really know. Because if those pants break, and like it goes through the knee pad. I don't know if I can change out those knee pads, or do I need to spend another $80 on
Oh,
pants?
yeah, because they're
So
not cheap. The pants aren't cheap.
no, not at all.
Yeah, that's a good question. Huh.
So that's why I've always been like, oh, that's really cool. I'm just gonna go to Walmart, grab some knee pads, $3. We're chilling. So
No shit, right?
yeah, like I'm not really trying to spend an extra 60 fucking dollars on pants just
No, dude,
as soon as like I'm I'm
bro.
I'm not
These
doing that.
guys, listen. This one of the mill sims I went to last year. Um, we go into this. They have these trailers set up in a mill sim. You know, it's a big mill sim out in the woods, whatever. It's there was like 700 people there, and they have a big trailer there that's selling hats and camis and all different camos and shit, pants and shirts. So they had a rack full of different like rare camouflage, right? I guess all these different camos that you know people are really excited about, but they're hard to find. So we're standing there. I just met up with a bunch of guys I was meeting in person there that I've had on the podcast, right? That we'd never met in person until then. So we're standing around there talking in this trailer, and one of the guys in that subject came up about different camos and stuff. So we look over and there's this rack. Like, oh shit, look at, oh, they got this one I was looking for. One of the guys was saying, and he pulled it off there. He looks at it, $350 for one pair of pants. He was like, nope, let me put it back. I said,
Yep.
so anyway,
Yeah.
these,
Yeah. I mean,
some of this shit is, gets fucking crazy, bro, with,
yeah.
some of the uniform stuff.
Like for me, I didn't grow up in the best. I mean, our family was poor. So when I see people like, oh yeah, I got the monk body, the $900
Uh-huh.
body, not even everything inside it, and they're running like a $2,000 gun, and I'm running that.
Yeah.
It hurts me to know that, like, I mean, first of all, everybody knows airsoft can be really cheap or super expensive. Everybody
Right.
knows that.
Yep.
But when you see a carbon fiber gun and you hold it like a paintball gun, and you, like, I was scared to shoot it because my friend has one, and I was just standing there and I'm like shooting him, like, if I drop this, I'm never calling you, texting you, I'm blocking you on everything, I'm leaving the country
You're gonna
because
be Ghost. Oh, that's how you got your nickname. Like, fuck you, bitch. I'm ghosting you.
that's great. I've actually not heard that one before. I've heard you're doing it for like Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Ghost, and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I the reason why I run the name Ghost, and this is the story. It was the last game of the night at Black Ops, and it was all milsim. It was outdoor, and I'm running my Lancer Tactical, and I didn't have a tracer unit, a flashlight, nothing, and so it was a big free for all. And the objective was, if you're the last person, pull this red flare and grab the flag and get on top of this pillar. For some reason, I don't know why you had to get up on top of a pillar, but you did. So the like 8 to 10 people that started, like that played with me, we all played and we ran it, and I killed every single person. I wiped them all out, and I'm wearing brown, so you can see me. I'm wearing
Yeah.
like tan, and I'm wearing like old black and green pants, so you can see me.
Yeah.
And one of the kills, I remember I'm in this little corner and I see the guy coming out, walks right past me, get him in the back, and I just ran. And I got everybody, and I pull the red flare, and I get on top of the thing, and I have the flag, and I'm just kind of like posted up there, and I look retarded because I have the goggles, like, and I'm running a. I'll show you the mask that I was running because
Yeah.
I still have it. I was running, like clear goggles and this. Like
Oh, yeah.
this little mask. But
Right.
this was brown. This is a new one. And I get on top of there, and they are all speechless that this little kid killed them all. And they're like, your nickname is Ghost. That is all we're calling you. We don't care about your real name, period, point blank. And every single day that I pulled up there, every weekend, I knew the owners. I knew everybody that worked there, super chill. Whatever name it came up on their screen,
Mm-hmm.
they did not care. It was just, oh, what's up, Ghost? What's up, Ghost? So everybody just called me that. So that's just the
Holy
name I went
shit.
with.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
And
that's a great
then,
way to get a nickname.
oh, yeah, I think if you want to run a nickname, you got to earn one. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Oh yeah,
But
it's always good to have a have a nickname that somebody else or other people give you, not one you choose for yourself.
yeah, and
Yeah.
a funny thing with that, like a couple weeks later, there's two teams at that place, and one of them was what is it called, like Raven or whatever, like, and one of the kids like just got it, like, oh yeah, my name is Gus, I'm that kid, and everybody turned to him. I swear to God, everybody looked at him, laughed their ass off, and said, "That's Ghost. That's who he is." And I'm sitting there. I'm literally sitting there eating an Uncrustable.
Oh shit.
I was eating an Uncrustable. I turn around like, huh? I look like the biggest dumbass there. It was so funny.
Yeah, you're not standing like fully geared up with your holding your gun, like looking cool as shit, and then
No.
you're not in that, I'm tactical looking. Yeah, I'm Ghost, bitch. No, you're like over here, like it's almost like when somebody opens the door on you in the bathroom and you're taking a shit, and
Oh my God, that's the worst.
everyone has the same looking face, bro. Oh, like, oh, you
I'm
caught me.
I'm literally just there like, what? What's going on?
Oh, that's crazy.
Fun fact about me: I love fruit snacks.
Nice,
I love fruit snacks.
bro. Okay, hell yeah. What about gummy bears?
Love them.
Do you like all that spongy, rubbery shit?
I'm not a big fan of all of them,
Yeah,
but definitely, gummy worms, gummy bears,
I was gonna say the
fruit
worms. Yeah.
snacks, fruit snacks. Those are all my favorite. See, but my favorite candy, I'm super weird. I love Werther's.
Oh, those are awesome, dude. Yeah,
I love Werther's,
yeah, those are
and
good.
all like my family friends would call me old. Like they call me an old man because
Yeah.
what 16-year-old is getting a bag of Werther's and freaking out? Like no one,
I
no
don't
one
know.
is.
I don't know how that became like an old person thing, but I guess because the candy is so old, like Werther's are so, they've been around for so long.
Like
But
18,
but yeah, they're
22.
so fucking good, bro. They're good as
Yeah,
hell.
they are. I love them.
Yeah. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. I think my favorite candy bar is a Snickers. Not that I think
Yes.
it is for sure, but I like chocolate. I don't really like the gummy stuff, the gummy worms, the gummy bears, the fruit snacks aren't terrible. Um, my kids used to love the sour something.
Sour Patch Kids.
I think so. What's the
Yeah.
one? It's like they're really sour and they're
Warheads.
yeah, warheads. Yes, they used to go fucking nuts for warheads.
Uh, Me and my older brother, we hated Warheads. We got them as like a joke for my dad. Like, go fuck yourself. You guys can suffer. And it was like one day on like a Sunday, my older brother comes out like, "Yo, I got some Warheads. You want to do it with me?" Sure. We're young, so we popped them in our mouth. The face that we made,
Uh
we
huh.
hated it. We hated it.
Oh, it's
And
funny.
then, like to this day, like if someone gave me a Warhead, of course I'm going to eat it. But like, I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't like them at all. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of same thing with Sour Patch Kids. Like there's a certain type that I love, like the watermelon ones. Have you ever had those?
Yes.
Love those. But like the normal kids, I cannot do. Like I just don't like the bitter and sour taste with it. Like
Hmm.
I just don't. I can't do it. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, everyone has their likes and dislikes. So It's
Right.
not a huge big deal.
Well,
But
that's one thing. That's one of the things you're born with, right? The like taste.
yeah,
You can't really help. It's what it's, I like ketchup. Some people don't. Whatever, like.
I've yet to meet a person that says they don't like ketchup, and if I do, there is going to be a problem. Who doesn't like ketchup? Like dip those in fries, burger, but the best thing to dip fries in is a milkshake. It is
Bro, for
the
real,
best. I don't
it
know what
is.
it is. I don't know what it is, but it's
Well, I used to take when
fantastic.
my kids were little. They were toddlers, 3, 4, 5, whatever. I used to take them up to McDonald's. So my wife and I have 5 kids, and they were all real close together, and 1 to 2 years apart. So I worked night shift when they were little. So they're babies and toddlers, and when I worked night shift, I worked a lot of hours. I worked 6 and 7 days a week. So
Right.
I had to be, if I wanted to see my kids, I had to be smart with, like, I had to take them out every so often to spend time with them. Well, so I started this thing where every Saturday morning I'd come home from work, and because I worked most weekends, Saturday morning I'd come home, and I would get home like a little bit before 8 in the morning, and
Okay.
I would get one of them. If they were still sleeping, I'd wake them up, but typically they're not. 4-year-old just wakes up at fucking 7,
Crack of dawn.
6 in the morning. Yeah. and so I'd take one of them up to McDonald's, and I would get a hot fudge sundae and an order of fries. And I would stick the fries. So we'd sit down and I would stick the fries in the hot fudge sundae, and I would call it a French fry forest. So that became this tradition where, and then I would take them home. We'd spend like an hour there. They had a play area, so they'd
Yeah.
play. And I would take them home, and I'd go home and get the next youngest one, and then take them up by themselves. So I would, and the McDonald's was close. So, it was real close. So it was easy to do, but I used to take them up one at a time like that. So I could spend one-on-one time with them when they were little. But
Yeah.
we started this tradition where it was the French fry forest. They still talk about it today. Like, dude, that is so good. They still do it. Like, they'll do it
That
once in a while because it is
that's
so good.
awesome.
You're right though. But yeah, the French fries and ice cream or milkshake is fucking awesome.
It really fucking is. I mean, like, I now want to order it. Like, I now just want to order a milkshake and some fries. That's it, and I would go crazy.
Right?
Like,
Hell yeah.
that's really cool. I mean, I think one of the traditions that we used to have was every Friday was we would do froyo. We would call it like Froyo Friday, and
Yeah.
um, my mom would do that with us, and it was super good. I mean, every Friday after school, like, come on, like, who doesn't want froyo?
Right.
And when I took my little brother to get froyo one time, I said, we're going to do it the Froyo Friday rule. And he, like, his happiness dropped so fast. He goes, because he expected, like, to come in, get, like, everything treats, like, with the toppings, with, like, everything, and, like, me pay for it.
Yeah.
But our rule was you get, you fill it up as much as you want, their ice cream, and you get one fruit
Mm-hmm.
and one, like, treat with it.
Right.
He was not happy because he followed it. I said, you were doing it. Me, on the other hand, I got the biggest one. I'm putting everything I want. I'm doing it the way that my mom used to do it, because my mom would, like, put as much as she wanted on it, and then, like, we would leave. And he looks at me when I, like, bring mine, and the only thing he could say was like, dude, what the fuck, man? And I'm like, be grateful I'm, like, paying for you.
Yeah. Right.
I buy him. We go outside. I give him some of mine. He's happy. We're all happy. So it was
That's
really
cool.
cool. But yeah, man. I mean,
They have this down here in South Carolina. They just opened this new milkshake place, okay, in downtown Greenville, where
okay,
close to where we're at. And I never even knew about it. My actually one of my sons, my older sons, him and his wife and their kids, he told us about it. And so we all went down there a couple Friday nights ago. And so we went down there. We get this, we walk in, and on the menu board, showing their different kinds of whatever kind of sundaes and milkshake shit they have. And they're like $18, okay, for one milkshake. So we're looking, me and my wife look at each other like, what the fuck? So, like, what
Like,
are
is
these
this
things?
like is
So,
God Himself at a create these? Like, I need to know. I
like,
need to know.
what, what are they huge? What is this? So, there was a couple in front of us. So they order, and then you order, and then you go off to the side, you wait, whatever. And so I'm like, I want to see what these are first before I order something. So they did have one that was like a Snickers, and
Ooh,
so anyway, this couple that was before us, they get theirs, and it's a so what it is like a mason jar, a glass clear mason jar, okay, but they have a special print on them, and you actually keep the jar. So you keep this mug, and it's got the it's like a local art print. So like it'll have this like display of downtown Greenville
okay.
painted on the side, like a artsy kind of thing. It looks really cool, actually. So and so you keep that, but so I guess that's part of the cost. But they are pretty big. Okay, they're packed, and so mine came in, and if you got my wife got a brownie one or whatever, they put a huge fucking whole
So cool.
brownie. Yeah, bro. And mine, they put the family size, the large Snickers, the
Yeah, the
big
king
fucker.
size.
That was in there. They put a whole one in there. Okay. So
Holy
it's like
shit.
all the stuff, all the other stuff in there, plus that, plus this whipped cream is like, falling out the top.
So
So it's pretty big.
hell yeah, man. I mean, that's a coma. That's what that is. That's all it is. And
Oh, yeah.
like me and my friends, we got something like that, but uh, it was like $23
Jesus.
for one milkshake,
Yeah.
and we got three of them. But these things were fucking like these things were huge,
Nice.
and I got a chocolate cake shake, and like you see how they make it. You didn't get a fancy
Uh-huh.
cup, you got, and this lady literally took a piece of cake, threw it into the blender, made it, and then proceeded to take a whole nother piece and put it on the top.
Holy shit.
So after you get like halfway through and you feel the cholesterol building up and you now have type 9 diabetes, you get a nice piece of cake to like actually kill yourself with.
Oh my God.
It was insanely good. We all had to use the bathroom so bad after though, but it was
Right.
worth it. It was so worth it. Like we were sipping on this throughout the day. I love milkshakes.
Yeah.
That is the only place where I've ever had to like wait like 5 minutes to re-drink a milkshake.
Uh-huh.
But these things were cold. They lasted all day. I don't know what
That's
they did,
wild.
but it was amazing.
That's cool.
Would I get it? Would I get it again? Probably not. Absolutely not. Because like it cost.
You got to do like a 3-day cleanse after you eat one of those. Okay.
Oh yeah, no. Like it was. He said, "Yo, you guys want to get food?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like a salad, like some gluten-free stuff. Because if I eat any more stuff, I'm gonna gain 300 pounds. Like I'm gonna die.
Dude, we went, so that night we got that milkshake that they took us down there. We'd actually went out to dinner before that. So we go to this place. It's pretty cool. It's called the Yard House. And they've got like, I don't know, 87 different kind of beers and shit, on tap, whatever. I think it's like 23 or whatever, but it's a lot of different types. So we try different beers, and they have this really good burger that is it's like a Texas burger or something like that, and it's already kind of spicy. And
Okay.
me and my son, we like hot sauce stuff. So we had hot sauce. Dude, it was fucking flaming hot. Okay, so we eat this thing, and then these like cheese fries, put hot sauce in that shit too. Okay. And then we ate the milkshake. So on top of all that shit, it was,
It's a 5 alarm fire. That's all I'm hearing is that
dude,
it's a 5 alarm fire.
it was like, it was great. It was wonderful while we were eating it. And after the
While you were
milkshake,
eating it.
yeah, we were so fucking miserable the rest of the night. It was like, dude, I couldn't even go to sleep. Like I was just so fucking miserable. But it was so good while we were eating it. You know, it was fine. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it was,
it's always it's always great when you eat it.
yeah, right.
It's just the aftermath that you have to look out for.
Now, do
Like,
you said earlier about In and Out? Do you guys have a burger place around you that that you prefer or that you like?
so I really prefer BurgerFi. I like if you ever go
What is it
like
called?
BurgerFi.
Oh, okay.
They have these massive ass burgers. Like I get they call it the one that I get. They call it the CEO. This thing has Wagyu beef in it.
Oh
So
shit.
there's two slabs of it, lettuce, tomato, etc. And I they put mozzarella cheese in it. So as you're eating it, like you get the cheese and etc. But it's so undeniably good, and their
Yeah.
fries are super crispy and salty. I love them. But like, what would be near me and what I would get would be I would usually go to like Wingstop.
Oh yeah.
Love
I've heard of
Wingstop.
that.
Love wings. Like, and I work at a like sports bar actually. So we have
Oh
like a
shit.
lot of we have like a lot of good food. Like we have burgers, Mexican food, Italian food, and all that.
Yeah.
And like I get their burgers too. So anywhere that has food where I'm craving, just go. Like I'm a person like I love food. People hate taking me out to eat because where they say, where do you want to go? Bro, I literally do not care. I
Yeah.
can't put my name on it. Pick one out, we go. Like that's just
That's
how
how
I
I am.
am.
I'll eat whatever. I
Literally.
don't care.
Literally. I'll eat whatever. I will try everything and anything.
Hmm.
But if I don't like something, I will not eat it
Oh, for
at
sure.
all. Like me personally, I hate blue cheese.
Gotcha.
I hate blue cheese. I was pranked into trying it. No, no. You can thank my uncle for that. He goes, here, try it. And I'm like, I love cheese. Okay. Hate it. I now can't like eat it. I don't trust myself to try it again, even though my taste buds have now like grown.
Right.
Like I just can't. But I love almost every type of food. Love sushi, love Mexican, love Italian, Greek, etc. Like I just love food.
Well, my mom's Italian, and I grew up with her cooking like homemade Italian food. So homemade
Hmm.
sauce that would take like 8 hours to make, homemade spaghetti, you know, shit like that, meatballs,
That, that's the best.
bro, homemade bread. When we had a spaghetti dinner, everything was literally made by hand.
Fresh. Yeah,
Um,
that's awesome.
I'd walk in from school and it smelled like spaghetti sauce
Fuck yeah,
and
dude.
homemade bread. And you're
Yeah,
fucking, when I was a teenager, you know, and I get home from practice, whatever, I'm fucking starving. And I walk in and it's, oh,
the
dude.
salvation.
Oh,
Oh
I'm just
hell yeah.
drooling. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
just give me that shit, man. My so I'm Arab. I'm part
Yeah.
Arab, and on my dad's side, my grandma, she used to like cook, and she was a cook. And when I would walk through the same thing, walk through the door, and you just smell that food.
Mm,
But like I would like from practice, I would literally get a tear in my eye because like I know I'm about to fuck up this plate and 8 more after, and I'm going to be so satisfied. And since like in the Middle East, we have such big meals.
yeah.
So if you ever wanted to bulk up, go stay with an Arab family. You will like bread, chicken, rice, 3 different colors of rice, whatever you wanted to drink, steak, like whatever it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
And man, now I want some. Man, now I want some. I'm gonna get hungry fast.
For real now.
I'm gonna leave this podcast to go get food.
I
And
think,
come
yeah,
right
this
back.
is turning. This is a food, definitely a food podcast.
This has definitely been a food podcast, 100%.
I love it, man. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, how's the team doing now? What do you guys got planned for? Like, what's your next event you guys are doing, and when is it?
Our next event is CSL, and we are practicing. We're putting new players or our starters in different spots. Yeah. We're trying to get everybody comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Gotcha.
So they have me playing medic. So I've never played medic, but wherever you put me, I'll play.
Sure. It's good to learn all those. That's good.
Yeah, definitely. And for when CSL is, I personally don't know, but I do know that Speed QB is in May. Okay. I do know that. And I mean, we're doing good. We have a lot of time to practice and work. So all of our little mistakes we can tune out and we can make ourselves really good, because me personally, I'm trying to win this. I want to win first place.
Yeah.
That is my mindset. Obviously from playing football, that's like my mindset, like rip somebody's head off to win. Like that's what we got.
For sure.
And our goals that we have as a team, like we want to be more as a family, which I personally really love, that we want to like meet each other outside of Airsoft, because
right.
Like being on a team, yeah, being on an Airsoft team, but build it like a family.
Yeah.
I want to be able to look at my teammate and he tell me, and I just know from one look, okay, I need to do this and this. Like I just want that. I want to be able to like go and move as fast as possible. So we're working on that, and I think honestly, when we get everything situated and like we become very diligent and ready, like we're gonna kick ass on CSL. Like definitely, I don't think we are going to lose this tournament, because I feel like everybody from NSL, we have a little chip on our shoulder, so we're all trying to like win.
Right.
So I definitely think we're gonna do some crazy stuff on CSL.
Hell yeah, dude! Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, man. It's been great meeting you, and
yeah, man, you too.
Yeah, for sure. Really, shout out to the DTP team down there in Tampa area, and all your players. Yeah, man. Frosty.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. I think Frosty was the first one I had on for DTP, and then it just snowballed from there.
Yeah, I heard it was Frosty, then Voodoo, and someone else in Skates, then me. So I mean, hey, who knows? We might get the entire team on your podcast, and then you get to struggle with all of us. I mean,
right, dude? Hell yeah! Well, I told I think I was telling Skates I want to have your whole team on, or majority of your team on all at once on here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Talk to you guys. That'd be cool. Hell yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, where can everybody find you online?
You guys can find me at DTP.Ghost on Instagram, and for the team, DTP_Airsoft for the people that want to see the rest of us. And big shout out to you, man. I mean, this podcast has honestly been really awesome.
Thank you.
So yeah, I mean,
yeah, man, I enjoyed having you on.
Definitely, this has been a really fun ride. I mean, from the beginning, me struggling with my Discord, so that was awesome. That was awesome.
You figured it out, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. All right, brother. You have a good night, man.
You too, man.